What's going on, guys? It's your boy Midas, and today I'm going to talk about most of the meals that I usually go through when I'm on a lean bulk. When I lean bulk, I eat a lot, so I try to eat a lot more than I usually would eat when I'm trying to when I'm on a maintenance routine or shred routine. So I'm on a bulk routine right now, and it's a lean bulk, and a lean bulk is basically clean bulking, so not a dirty bulking, because a dirty bulk is basically when you have burgers, you have pizza, you have stuff like that, and you mix it up with your regular meals just to get as much calories as you can into your body. So I'm going to be showing you guys what I usually eat for my clean lean bulk, which is what I'm doing right now, to put on size. I'm at 75 kilograms right now, but I'm heading towards 85 kilograms, and I need to lean bulk to do that. It might be a little slower than a dirty bulk, but I prefer that. So first off, I've got here some mixed fruits. I usually would make this after a gym workout or in the morning or as a snack. I would blend this up, the mixed fruits, with some Fairlife milk, which is my favorite milk right now. It's lactose free, and it's got 50% more protein and 50% less sugar. So you're getting way more for less. It's 14 grams of protein, if I'm correct here. Yeah, 14 grams of protein per 250 milliliters is what you get from this milk. So you mix this milk with some fruits and, peanut butter, protein powder, Greek yogurt right here. There's so many options you can mix them with. Each one of these are high in protein. If you don't have all of them, you can mix, as 2 or 3 of them. So I usually would mix up the fruits, the Greek yogurt, my whey protein isolate, which I'll talk about later, and some milk basically, and I blend them up in this magic machine right here. It's called the Magic Bullet. So you can probably get this on Amazon. There should be a link in the description where you can buy this Magic Bullet off. Next thing I'm going to talk about here is basically what I'm gonna have for lunch today. You can see right here I've got some mixed fruits. So I usually use this store-bought mixed fruit because it's pretty easy to use, and I like fast meals that are pretty much healthy. So you can't really go wrong with this. You can always use some fresh fruits as well, mix them up. I also use some of those, as you can see right here, with the bell peppers. I use these for a lot of my recipes, and you'll notice that I don't eat a lot of vegetables, but I use bell peppers for a lot of stuff. So you'll see as we keep going. I've got eggs here. So everyone knows what eggs are. Each one's got about 8 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein per egg. So sometimes when I'm looking for something to eat, or I don't know what to eat, or I need something to eat after the gym, I don't have protein shakes or whatnot, so I would just make about 4 eggs, put it in the pan, and just fry them up. Basically, that's, I don't know, what is that, 32 grams of protein? That's pretty good still. So if you're trying to lean bulk, you want to have tons of eggs, and I always get tons of eggs. Next thing that I'm going to talk about here is the bananas. As you can see, the bananas are basically good for energy, and they're also rich in magnesium. If you ever deal with cramps, for example, muscle cramps and stuff like that, these kinds of things will help you out, prevent that and reduce it, as well as drinking a boatload of water, especially if you're on creatine like I am, because using creatine is basically going to build some water weight, so you need to drink water to counteract creatine. Back to the bananas. I usually have the bananas for breakfast and my pre-workout snack, because my breakfast is basically, you'll see it on my story every day, it's basically oatmeal, which is right here. Everyone knows how easy it is to make oatmeals. It's pretty nice. There's so many benefits to oatmeal. Just know that if you're thinking about a consistent breakfast that you can eat over and over and over again, oatmeal is one of your go-to. You can also have eggs, but oatmeal is very customizable as well. You can have peanut butter with it, you can have banana slices like I do with it, and I also put some Fairlife milk in mine. Some people don't put milk in theirs. I also put about 2 scoops of Greek yogurt in there. I'm gonna have this for breakfast this morning to start off the day, by the way. I put a scoop of my whey protein isolate. This is basically my go-to whey protein isolate right now. Whey protein isolate is the purest form of protein you can find out there. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's also the best when you're looking to lean bulk, when you're trying to put on some mass. You need a lean mass gainer to kind of dirty bulk, but when you're lean bulking, then you want to have a cleaner source of protein. And this one packs 27 grams of protein per 30 gram. That's 1 scoop. So every scoop packs 27 grams of protein. That's basically 54 grams every 2 scoops. And I would always have 2 scoops of this with Fairlife milk. It's great to have protein post-workout as much as you can. So I tend to get the most of my protein during my breakfast and during my post-workout shake. Protein is the number one thing, you know, for me. It's always been the number one thing when it comes to building muscle. The next thing I'm going to talk about right now is the different varieties of meats that I usually would go for when I lean bulking. So right now, right here, I've got chicken thighs. So a lot of people would go for chicken breasts, but I've tried them and I can't do it, man. It's just too dry. Y'all know I'm not lying. It's too dry, man. So chicken thighs are more forgiving. They let you do a lot more with them. They're cheaper and they pack a little bit of fat, but you're already taking so much protein that it doesn't even matter at that point. You need some fat in your body as well. And I always get some pork as well and some lean beef, as well as regular beef, like a top of sirloin. That's not out here. That should be in the freezer right now. Another thing that I don't have here right now that I always go for is salmon. I usually tend to go for salmon for supper, more, you know, between things like salmon, chili, beef. You know, I go for something that's a little heavier for supper, you know, so I can, you know, feel I can pass out like a baby, I guess. But you get your omega-3s from salmon. You get a lot of fish protein. You get a lot from fish. You know, you also have to try to add that to your diet. You know, salmon, you know, tuna. I used to have a tuna sandwich sometimes for lunch as well. Like if I was on the go, you know, it's easy to make. You can pack it up. And it packs a ton of protein as well. So these are options that you guys can try. And I gotta talk about something that's really special to my heart right now. This little tool is called an Instant Pot. Most of you guys might know what this is, but if you don't know what this is, this basically makes cooking anything that would usually take, you know, 12 hours, like for example chili, it'll take 45 minutes. It'll make it take 45 minutes and taste even better. It pressure cooks food for you. Basically, you can cook rice. It's got different preset settings. I use it a lot. Saves me so much time and I cook so many, you know, healthy meals with it. There's going to be a link in the description to where I get most of these recipes, and also there's also going to be a link in the description that you can follow to purchase this Instant Pot. So go ahead and buy it, because trust me, this thing, you're gonna see it on my story, and this thing is dear to my heart. You're gonna need this if you want to lean bulk and you want to lean bulk with me. You're gonna need this because you can't follow if you're not doing this. This thing is very important to me. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is my pre-workout snack. I like to go for energy. I get some calories and some energy. Sometimes I have a little bit of a protein shake with it. Just a 1 scoop protein shake. I make 100% whole wheat toast with some nut butter. So basically almond butter or peanut butter. Any one of those. But I would usually go more for a peanut butter because I just love peanut butter. I can't help it. And I usually have slices of banana to go with that. So banana, toasts, and peanut butter is my pre-workout most of the time. So I usually go through about 6 meals a day, and I'm talking about large and small. So I'll go for like my breakfast, which is usually, you know, some eggs and some toast or oatmeal customized to the way I love it. And then next I go for my pre-workout snack, which is basically, like I said, the toast with some nut butter and some bananas slices on them. And then I take that as my pre-workout. I get my workout in. I get some protein shake, you know, basically my lactose-free, whey isolate, my lactose-free milks, high in protein. I take that right after my workout, drink it. And then after that, I make my next meal, which is usually something that has either chicken or lean beef, anything, something with, you know, good protein, a good meat protein, and I have that alongside some rice, you know, for some carbs or some bread if I'm having something like that. During this entire time, I usually have my big bag of snacks or my big bag of dried fruits, but I usually only have one particular one, man. I don't have it right here right now, but you'll see it during the day. I just snack on it in between, you know, meals. This is how I keep the calories up while having a clean source. In my opinion, you gotta have some plantain chips, man. Some dried ones. I'm not saying fried, deep fried. This is not deep fried. Go to Bog Barn or go to a dried fruit store and pick up some, you know, plantain chips. Those things are godsend. Just don't go for the bland ones. Trust me, the spicy ones those are light. For supper, final part of the day, I usually go for something like a chili, or, you know, if I can't get to making, if I don't feel like I'm too hungry, I would make something like a cereal with some high protein milk and a scoop of whey isolate. Sometimes I would just go for eggs. You know, those guys are the easiest things to go for. You can always just go for eggs anytime. That's basically all I really would go for. Right here I have my oranges, and I try to drink this much water daily if I can. So this is a lot of water, but you want to drink a lot of water when you're, you know, weightlifting and you're taking creatine and you're eating a lot. You got to keep the water intake just as high, is what I'm saying. That's basically all for this one. I'm going to start my day basically with just, you know, a simple breakfast like I usually say. You guys have already seen this on my story. I'm going to start that, and let's do this.